we're here for team number 4. Now, this is another one who was early on in trades. I think he made the first trade of the season.
I think he has all the trades this season.
And Elliot Mann, being the captain, again, he was captain last season, drafted a nice team. I personally thought he did a better job drafting last year than he did this year. I agree. Okay, so if you're going to compare the two, right now, before any games played, it means nothing.
My team had 0 wins. So.
Right, okay. Now, he drafted Menachem Diamond's team, who this Sunday morning league has seen an MSB.
Wait, I just want to ask, we got to talk about his boots.
Oh, this is something?
Those are nice boots.
Very much into the attire.
I think if anybody got dressed...
Definitely has Chapo. Definitely has Chapo.
Jordan.
He's got Chapo in the swimsuit competition.
We have about 15 people in this room who's the best dressed, but it was not a hard thing to achieve. Now, looking at this team, don't throw the beer bottle down. You look at this team,
I want to fast forward.
it's my personal opinion, more question marks on this team than anything. And Elliot can play center. We know Menachem's a pitcher.
Who's the question?
Jacob Ayala is going to be playing shortstop.
Is that confirmed?
It's his first time at shortstop.
Confirmed. Okay.
It's his first time.
He's been waiting for this opportunity.
David Harari, I love David to death. He's a power hitting wrestler, but he's not a core position player. He's playing first,
And what's David Harari doing?
first base, right field,
What about
maybe left
Mouse?
field.
Probably short center, second base, maybe he'll catch if he needs to. What kind of nickname is Mouse?
When I look at this team and I see the savior of the draft may be a player by the name of Isaac Zayat. I heard a lot of good things about this guy.
Yeah, I heard so.
And he has family that's really good. His cousins, I coached them. They're phenomenal. But Isaac Zayat. But when I look at him and say he might be the savior, that's why I'm going to give, before the panelists, I'm going to give Elliot and Menachem, Elliot more to start. He was sitting here for a while. Defend your team because I am very critical.
And the Wolves are right on you
drafted over.
What do you got? What are you critical of? I'll answer for you.
No. Break
come at
down
him
your
with-
draft.
Come at him with, instead of David Harari, you should have drafted him.
Okay, we could go there. Jacob Ayala at 24. Let's go there. Okay, Jacob Ayala at 24. Who should he could have went? Who could
No other
have taken?
shortstops left on the board.
So you're telling you got
This kid is young, he's getting better.
I like Jacob Ayala.
Fast,
Could
he's
be
got a
good.
good arm.
Well, you know what? I'll take my
Let me
question.
just say something. So wait, before we criticize this team,
I had to trade down in the middle.
Be 35 and 36.
One
Those
second,
are the critical.
One second. Before we criticize this team, I will venture to say this team that we're looking at right now is not the opening day roster. Knowing his history of trading, Elliott is a big trader. I know he's in discussions with multiple teams because they're calling me. I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus right now.
Be his pitcher?
But Menachem will probably be his pitcher, but the rest of the team, probably. I would say 40% of this team might be on the.
Okay, you wanted me to bring up names? Schneider Silverstein, who's probably the greatest character in this league. And
videos?
And yes. And Mark Mouse Sabag, who's I know buddies of yours.
He's a first baseman now.
and
What do you
went
do with
very
David
high.
Harari?
Those two picks
those
to
two
me
high.
were high.
You know what? I knew DT knew I wanted him, and I knew he was going to try.
So he played you.
Who's him? Who's him? Which one?
Yeah, but those two picks, you could have went
Why is that the
defense.
guy you talked about?
Okay.
Schneer can play all over.
Give me a second. Chapo, give me a second. Right now, with number 35 and 36, you want
saying you put
Schneider,
Schneer on the
Mouse.
field?
Now let's look at after the
Put
draft
Schneer
right
in
now.
the-
Leo Estes can play center field. He went after that pick.
Ooh.
Why do I need a center fielder?
39, Isaac Sassy can play the
I
outfield.
called Isaac Saxon before the draft and told me, please don't draft me. I want to play center
Too
field.
bad.
I don't want to deal with a mope. I don't want to deal with someone who doesn't want to be there.
Okay.
I love the kid. He's a great
Yeah,
guy.
I get it.
He said, if you could please not draft me, I would appreciate it.
Where do you play?
I'll play center.
Even Eli Harari has more value. Like, these guys, we took offensive guys. that
Let's
have-
let him discuss.
Wait. The elephant's in the room. Can I call it out?
Go for it. Okay.
Chapo, get out of here.
I'm not even in the league, and I knew that when you made the trade to trade up, it was for that guy right there that cannot dress for his life. You ended up somebody jumped ahead of you to get him.
I think Chaz did me a favor.
Okay, and you ended up with the guy that's in right here, which is Menachem Diamond.
You didn't see how much you weighed before that.
Definitely a better dresser. Definitely a better dresser, but I'm gonna put the floor to Menachem. How does it make you feel that when he made the trade, he traded up to get Yaakov and ended up with you? Do you feel like his second floor?
Yes. I didn't know that. Did you?
I know.
I didn't know that.
He didn't know what he was doing. You are not the father.
Wait, now knowing that, is that giving you a little bit more fire going into the season? Do you not give a crap?
I go into every season straight to the championship, as I did last couple years I'm in this league, and then from there I'll take it.
But look at how this guy is dressed. Does it bother you that that guy went ahead of you? Is that fire?
No, but Menachem in this league, just like Braun, just like Yaakov, are different players also.
Okay, so
So Menachem in this league does have more cachet. That I think the Moose Bowl helps.
wait, you won. That's when Yaakov won Menachem. You've never won this.
Menachem
Played
has
twice and
Made the finals.
And he's won. And he's won.
But let me tell you about Menachem. Menachem was with Joe S. on 12 Angry Men,
Yeah.
and that team had so little, and he took them as far as they could.
I can speak firsthand to that.
That was
3 years ago.
That was
3 years ago with Joe S.
3 years
The red
ago.
jersey.
What was the red
That
jersey?
was with,
that was always
That was
the
fun.
only one on this panel that's played in the league with Menachem more than twice is Ray.
So,
Not true. More than twice.
the first year Menachem was in the
No,
league.
not true. I disagree with you.
The first year that Menachem was in the league, we played in the semis against Joe S. team. And game one we beat him pretty easily. I mean, we didn't score a lot of runs. I think we were like 4-0 or 4-1. And we thought we had him dead. And in game two, I think we lost like 3-1, went to game three, and it was a deciding game. We played 3 games in one day on M&S Field, and he shut us out in game 3. So there's a lot of respect in my eyes to be able to do that. I remember watching him looking between games 2 and 3, laying down on the grass. Looked like he was done, and someone else was pitching, and then he got up and shut us out in game 3. Went to the World Series and lost the Yaakov, so that didn't have such a happy ending. But we know he's a gamer. We know he's going to come out and be awesome because that's what he always has been in this league. But when I look at the team, I see a really good offense. I see some guys that can be good. The defense is going to be interesting, I think. And the question is everyone going to hold it together if the defense falters?
That left side scares me.
Because there's going to be, I think there's a lot of 9-8 games in this team's future. That's my take.
So Menachem's the one savior on this team in my mind, but defense wins championships, and I'm scared.
I agree. Now, let's talk about what you know about Elazar Dani in left. We know you played with him. He didn't play left field when you played with him. He played right field on 12 Angry Men.
Elazar Dani, number 47.
Yeah.
No,
Elazar,
I saw
you played left field for you?
he was on.
Yeah. Your team was young. Did you play with him?
I played with him in the front high
Wasn't
school.
one of them the catcher?
It was Moshe, Danny. And then you took Moshe, and then you said he might be
I
able
like
to play
him.
third
He's a good
base. No, he might not even catch for sure. You said he has versatility. He's gonna catch? Okay, because there's a lot of question marks you have to answer from me right now. I don't know.
I
Right now, Schneider is our third baseman.
Okay, and
Oh, we heard
that's,
Robert
Beta is not playing third base.
That's what I heard tonight.
Video is
One thing we heard about Robert Beta, starting week 2, he's going to be taking the jalapeno test.
No, that's not
rundown.
Robert Beta.
Oh, shucks.
Which one are you? No, what are you talking about?
Robert Beta was fielding the mushy crab balls.
No, I know Robert Beta says he's a little kid. What's the jalapeno? Got solid from
Robert
This is John's brother.
Yes.
Oh, this
Yes.
is
Yes.
Oh, look at it. If he's as nice as his brother.
I'm looking at the team.
You can definitely play.
Offense, you'll be fine. Defense,
Jamie Gleckson.
yes.
Yes.
Offense,
Say
you're
it like that,
fine.
it sounds more athletic.
Defense, they're suspect. If you're going to ask me right now, not a playoff team.
This team?
This team's not a playoff.
I have them as 5.
Aby,
Because I don't know the names.
pitching, yeah.
4 or 5 team. 4 or 5.
Not a playoff team.
I have them as 5.
Oh, you have them as a 5. Go.
Aby on Diamond Stein alone,
No, I don't want to talk about
as a pitcher.
Okay, so obviously he was the correct pick in number 3 overall. There's not a hands down question about that. Menachem has.
He's
a pitcher.
Even if I move
He's a pitcher. He's a pitcher. Okay, he's got more speed than any. He's got more speed on his ball than every other pitcher in this draft combined. Your biggest question, Menachem, is control. If you can control 2 things, it's 2 things. It's the ball and it's your emotion. Because the guys behind you, if they start to feel you wear your heart on your sleeve, and that's what I think you have to control. If you can control those two things, and again, you have a lot of questions. You have a guy playing short for the first time in this league. It's going to be growing pains, and you
Right. Are you
have
gonna
to
throw your
stomach that.
glove and take him off?
You have to stomach that, and that's going to be my critique. Now, as far as where you are and what you're going to do, like I said, I have you in the 5, facing off against the guy that was picked ahead of you in the 4, and my prediction is that he's going to come out ahead because even though he said he doesn't use the fire, I don't buy it. He's going to use that fire.
4-5 games gonna be Yakov against
Menachem.
Menachem's gonna win.
I'm gonna make a call
He left
right now.
It doesn't matter. It's not my
And
fault.
Dan's not gonna like this because he's right here. Menachem Dynasty's gonna win Science.
Wow, I like that.
Very possible.
Listen, I just want to tell you guys a story. When we played them in the playoffs 2 years ago, game 1,
Yes.
we killed them 9-3. Game 2, extra innings, we lost. What was it?
No, we were
What
up
was it,
8-3,
2-1?
1 out, nobody on in the 7th.
Great.
That was
game
the famous
3.
game.
Game 2 was an extra
Yankee
inning, like a
Gutman
2-1 game.
Chanting and all
Game
that.
3, we were up like 5 runs in the last inning and lost walked.
No,
No,
game 2.
game 2.
Yeah, game 2.
Whatever it was, he came back from the dead with no offense whatsoever. He just destroyed us.
Listen, that's the one reason why I'm nervous about choosing you guys not to make it. Because
The only
I'm
thing I don't know half
I don't see your defense.
That's why I put you as fifth.
I'll tell you this much. If I recall correctly, and you can, the one I played with you in the M&S Night League for the 3-eyed Ravens, that team was abysmal.
Was also David Rowdy's team.
David Rowdy's also on that team. And David will
You have to
attest to
mend
it.
some goods with
But
David.
I have to say, we played it was against Ray's team. I don't think I've ever seen a game better
1-0.
pitched in my entire
Oh,
life.
good.
Thank you.
And
Nice.
I've been playing for like 15 years. You were lights out, and I think that if you can do that on a relatively consistent basis,
Alec and Ali and
if you can do that on a relatively consistent basis, you
I told you.
can make a ton of noise.
I told you the number one thing for Menachem, and I'll say it, he's sitting right here, is control. Speed wise, he throws the ball faster than everybody else on the list
See,
combined.
here's the thing: if as a pitcher, if you know that the field behind you is going to make all the plays, and you have a great defense behind
That's
you,
going to be the
so
challenge.
that's what's going to happen. And I'm looking at this,
That's
and I
gonna be
love.
the challenge.
I like all the guys on the team in the top, like Schneier and Mouse. I think are good players, but to me, that's a short center fielder and a first baseman. From what I know of
I've never heard
Schneier, I know he can play everywhere, and I'm looking at this draft, and I see a lockdown left fielder and a lockdown second baseman at 39 and 40. And if you had those two guys, Isaac Sass and Eli Harari, I think I definitely look at you guys and say, wow, great offense, great defense.
You can put Ellie at third. That's my critique
Ellie's
over
the second,
there.
whatever.
I
But
don't
I
know if Ali's arms there.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
wanna-
have a third baseman.
don't want to. I'm not saying it to knock those two players. I'm just saying positions that bothers me a little, and they're going to have to really do a lot offensively to make up for it because they're.
Elliot, any final comments?
Let our play speak for itself.
Ooh.
I appreciate you guys talking and boosting ego. I appreciate that.
I
But
picture that
it's
to
not
make
for me.
playoffs.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
Knocked him
I
down.
want to just talk about my team because that's really what it's about. It's about the team, not about
That's
me.
the problem.
And Moshe Danny is in the 9th slot, and Moshe Danny could have easily went, in my humble
I
opinion,
like
in the
him.
3rd or
I
4th
think he's a
slot.
good ball
before.
player.
He
He's a
plays
good player.
catcher, first base.
Yes,
He's a
good player. I like
400 batting average, and I think you guys should have that in mind. Elazar Danny's a great fielder, and Schneier,
Where's he
As we
playing?
know.
Left field. Left field? Okay.
is he playing left field?
As I mentioned, Isaac Zayat could be a solid right fielder.
Listen, I think if Zayat's the guy that we
If the
think he
defense
is,
comes together, it's a very dangerous.
Bottom line is, especially when you have a league of how many rookies this year?
27 rookies.
He's definitely going to lead the league in strikeouts. Not a
And I
question.
have to say this also, I'm looking at their batting order, whether it's the final batting order or not. It's always good to have lefties on your team.
Yes.
Especially guys that they have 3 lefties, probably the 3 best hitters are
Makes
lefties.
everybody out of
Diamond
position.
Steve out of the box and Elliot Mann out of the box. He had a ground ball to second base.
And DH.
Okay? But David's not there. But I'm just saying, and Dave, he's not. Dave's a great hitter. But I'm saying, out of the box, they have guys that can beat out balls, ground ball second base. Those are table setters.
I don't think
Like
anyone's-
Ray said, this team
Where are you
got the
batting the lineup
bats.
as of right now? Because it hasn't.
So I hear Tuesday night they're having a 3-eyed Ravens burning of jerseys, so they don't think about it over again.
They don't even for the tournament.
All right, Max, bottom line, playoffs or not?
I say no.
I say no.
Interesting. I think they're definitely going to be fighting for a playoff spot. If you
Come on.
Guns to my head, I'm saying no.
Wow. Okay.
I got Fitzy like AB. I think
Okay,
I
so-
think Diamond's team wills them.
We got 3
Who do you have in
saying
the
0 and 2 saying a 5. So you guys got a lot to prove. And you know what? Again, anything could change with one trade. I think you guys need a.
So that's another critique I have. I feel as though he made 3 or 4 spike picks or protecting picks, and I never liked that.
Yeah, no, you made that pick. You end up. Why would you draft Morty Shrem's brother just to trade him 5 minutes later for nothing in return?
Ooh.
So that made no sense to me. Wait, I'm not done yet. And then you made other picks.
Brother Morty?
Wait, then you made other picks. You took Taub, another Morty Shrem guy, and you're still holding on to that. I'm not sure what it's for.
And Robert Beta.
There's a Morty Shrem guy.
There's a lot of. I don't agree. You're in a draft room,
Right? Good luck with 26 rookies, and they're all 18.
It's not like, oh, you took his guy.
No doubt.
I think he means they're Morty Shrem guys. Like Ray Estes has guys. Nothing before has guys.
Captain.
Spike picks.
That's what Sammy's trying to say.
Spike
What about Larry David spike picks?
You were making spike picks?
You open a coffee
Now
shop, I had
listen,
no idea.
I'm gonna go on record.
You know what? The USB thing, keep the thing hot.
We're changing.
No,
Wait,
wait,
Elliot.
Sammy's accusing you of having spike picks. Did you? Yes.
We're gonna change the name of the team.
Okay.
Best of
Latte Larry.
Whether you say that or not, no problem. But I'm gonna go on record and say right now, I do not think this is your final team. If it is, I don't think you're making the playoffs. I think you're gonna make a move or two, and I think you're gonna make the playoffs. But as presently constituted, no. So let's move on to the next.
It's because you didn't get me, Elliot.
Good luck.
I don't know you guys.
Yeah.